Okay, who knows what's the conditions of authentic hadith? Pay attention to this benefit, okay? It's not complicated, very easy. And I think this knowledge, if you just understand it, it's 2 minutes, I'm going to explain it. If you understand it, you'll understand how preserved this religion is. Sah? What's the first condition for the hadith to be sahih? No, the first condition. Chain of narration is connected. The first condition is ittisalu sanad. For us to say this hadith is sahih, there has to be connection in the chain. Does that make sense? All these people have to have met each other. They have to have taken from each other until the Prophet or until to the companion, whoever we're trying to quote, the chain has to reach that person. Does that make sense? Is everyone with me? So the first condition is ittisalu sanad. Okay. So if, for example, I say Imam Malik said, is that chain connected? It's disconnected, right? So I need a chain from myself to Imam Malik. Each person, sah? Okay, that's the knowledge of sanad. That's the first condition. The second condition is what? Okay, so the second condition is that the narrator who's saying this hadith has to have precision. He has to have dabt. If he's somebody who forgets all the time, it's a problem. So the second condition is his memorization is good. So, if he... All of them, every single one of them have to have good memorization. Every single one of them. If one is khafif al-dabt, it takes it low from sahih to another level. Does that make sense? So if you know the brother says, oh, assalamu alaikum, I met you yesterday. You're like, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was last week. Sah? Okay, your hadith. At that time. So me, definitely. My hadith will not be taken because my memory is very bad. Like in those scholars were what? Strong. Their memorization was strong. They knew the narrations they took and the narrations they didn't take. You couldn't fool them. Are we all together, brothers? There's a famous story of Imam al-Bukhari when he was tested, right? They actually tested him. See his memorization. And, Habibi. Can we take a hadith outside its chain? So nowadays we can, because all we just say is Rawahul Bukhari. Bukhari narrated it. So I can say Abu Huraira heard from the Prophet ﷺ that, and then I ask you, where did you get it from? And you just tell me this is Sahih Bukhari. I can then go to Sahih Bukhari and check it, even though I don't need to, because Sahih Bukhari is what? It's Sahih. But if you say to me the hadith is narrating Tirmidhi, I can go to Tirmidhi and check Tirmidhi's chain from himself to the Prophet, because we have the book. Okay? By the way, even to the book we have a chain. I read on a shaykh, who read on another shaykh, who read on another shaykh. That's why this muwatta that I'm teaching now, I have a sanad for it. A ijazah for it. The whole kitab. So, from me to Malik ibn Anas, I have a sanad. And then from Malik, the sanad is in the book to the Prophet ﷺ. Does that make sense? So everything is asanid. The Prophet said, تَسْمَعُونَ وَيُسْمَعُ مِنْكُمْ وَيُسْمَعُ مِمَّنْ سَمِعَ مِنْكُمْ. Okay. So, and the second one is, the Imam is, the person who narrates the hadith has precision. What's the third? Yeah, the narrator has to have adl. مَا مَعْنَى adl? He can't be a liar. He can't be a man who drinks khamar, commits zina. He's adl, meaning he has integrity. He has what? Dignity. Are we together about this? That's a must. Those three conditions, they have to be found. Connection of the chain of the narration has to be found. Precision in memory has to be found. And the third one is integrity. Adala has to be found. So these three, you write them as wujudi, yani they have to be there. And two have to be missing. then the chain is authentic. What are the two that need to be missing for the hadith to be sahih as well? Two things that have to be absent. Yeah? Yes. So that which has to be missing from the chain is that it can't oppose other narrations. It can't go against the Quran. It can't go against other ahadith. Pay attention. This is called shadh. Now we have Malik an ibn Umar, Malik an Nafi an ibn Umar. صح? We have a narrator who comes and says a hadith that Malik narrated the opposite. Who are we going to take? We're going to be like, you opposed Malik and Nafi and Ibn Umar. These people are precise. And you're here saying the opposite to what they said. Opposition renders the hadith to be weak. Especially if it goes against those which are more than him in number or those which are stronger than him in memory. It renders that hadith to be weak. So that goes back to the adala. That the rawi he can't lie even in his day-to-day conversations. What's the last thing the second thing that needs to be missing? Hey? Inqita' goes back to ittisal sanad. Illatun qadiha. There can't be a hidden defect. Now that last one is a long discussion. There can't be a hidden defect. A hidden defect is something you and I can't easily see. This is where the Jahabidatul Nuqad, great scholars of hadith, will see this problem in this hadith. It looks clean. The hadith actually looks clean. It's connected. The narrators are reliable. There's actually no opposition. So what's the problem? There's a hidden defect. ولذلك الشيخ مقبل رحمه الله has a risala called أحاديث معلّى ظاهرها الصحة. What does that mean? Hadiths which have defects, but from the outer, when you look at it, it's good. I read the book, I'm like, Ajib, this hadith is Sahih, Shaykh Muqbil. Hadith, what's wrong? Then he explains it, I'm like, Allah. Are we all together, brothers? Hadith which are clean from the apparent. Why can they tell? There's gold that can be given to you, and you look at it and you're like, yeah, this is gold. This looks good. But the person who's specialist, what does he know? He doesn't even look at it. From far, he can see something's not adding up. He's been in this field for so many years.